failure is actually a really important part of life, and not just necessarily within weight loss or, a healthy journey, within every aspect of life. Growth that can come from having those moments where we feel like we've fallen off the wagon and we haven't done the right thing. Throughout that period of time, I really thought that the only way that you could possibly manage your weight was to exercise. I was a house cleaner throughout uni, and what I would do is smash it at the gym several hours a day because I thought that that was the only way that I was going to be able to control my weight. And I had very limited understanding really about the effects that my diet was having. I thought exercise was everything, and that you could out exercise bad nutrition. Every time I started something new or I committed to something new and I failed again, I learned more about myself. I learned that calorie counting didn't work for me. I learned that exercising excessively doesn't improve your, you can't control your weight through just exercising excessively and eating whatever you want. I learned that the diet pills don't work. I learned that you can't find a magic solution for this. And then as I got further along the journey and I failed more and I got further down on myself, I realized that I was kind of getting into this depressive state where I was upset and I couldn't change my circumstances. Having learned from all those failures previously, I started to realize that it was actually nothing to do with the food and the exercise, this journey. It was all to do with my commitment and my motivation based on where my head was at. 5 things that we learn from failures. The first thing is we get experience. So every time you fail something, if you reflected back on your weight loss journey or your health journey to date, you could look back on all the things and you could say, okay, I did that 4-week challenge with that and that didn't work, or I took a heap of weight loss pills and that didn't work. But what did you learn from that? Why doesn't that work for you? Why doesn't that work for you? Get experience from that. If it doesn't work for you, then don't go back to that method of trying to look for those answers. Like I have mums throughout the program, I'll be coaching them, and then they get up to week 6, and it happens all the time. They're in the habit of where they are in something for a period of time and then they look for something else. And so I'm going to talk about you, Jenna. I hope you don't mind. But Jenna contacted me, it might have been like week 6 or week 8 or something. She messaged me and she's like, I've been thinking what I need to do is I need to do this 2 and 5 fasting thing. And if I just eat within a 12-hour window on 5 days and then eat with 500 calories on these other 2 days, then I'll be able to lose the weight. I'm like, you know what, Jenna? You don't have to do that. There doesn't have to be that many rules around this. What you have to do is work out the mental state that gets you, the place that gets you into the best mental state every time that you wake up, what makes you feel good when you wake up, what makes you manage your stress well, and then you're going to eat better as a result of that because there's not that emotional eating, and you're going to look after your body, whether it be by exercise or active living or listening to music or burning a candle or doing something with your family, whatever it is that makes you feel connected and loved, whether it be to yourself or to the people around you. And then you are going to gain more knowledge about what actually works for you. Because this is such an individual thing. There's no cookie cutter approach to a healthy lifestyle. You have to work out, take all the little bits of information that work for you and you got to put it in place. But you have to reflect on that. You have to reflect on the knowledge that you gain throughout that journey. Because if you just keep going through and switching and changing and chopping and trying something else, then you're never going to find what you need to make this a long-term lifestyle change. It's only you that can gain knowledge from what did or didn't work from you in the past. And it's only you that can change what that looks like in your future. So you have to work out what went wrong, what can we do differently next time, and then actually think, don't go back to that. If it didn't work, calorie counting doesn't work for me. Macro counting, not even going to be bothered in it. Shakes 3 times a day, not even interested. Pills, waste of money. So that's my opinion. There's a certain style of exercise that doesn't work for you. Don't do that. Do the ones that make you feel good. The ones that after you finish it, you're like, yeah, I need to do this more often. Bring that more into your practice. It's only you through the experience and the knowledge that you gain through those failures that you can go, okay, that doesn't work for me, but this does. So I'm going to do more of this and I'm going to bring more of this in. And that's what the last one is. We gain value. We learn what we value. We learn when we feel good and we learn when we feel crap. And we start to value feeling good and when we're on track more. Sure, failing's not ideal. None of us want to fail. We all feel pretty crummy at the end of it. But the thing is that there's so much growth that can occur from it and we can learn so much from it. So if we see it as something that we can grow from, instead of being it's something that just happens and then we react to it, if we actually grow from it and leverage it, gain knowledge from it, learn more about ourselves, put an action plan in place, then none of that failing is lost. It's all to a good cause and we actually get benefit from it. If you choose to just be continue on this path with tunnel vision and not actually put in any changes as a result of your failures, then don't expect any long-term growth. Nothing will change in your life unless you are reflective. This is the only way that I have gotten to where I am with my health, is by constantly reflecting on what didn't work for me there, what can I put in place? And talk to me about it. right under this post, if there's something that you're failing at or you want help with, under this Facebook Live, write, I fail at this, blah, blah, blah. How can I tackle this differently? And I would love to sit and I will answer your questions on how you can tackle it differently. That's exactly what I'm here for. Or text me. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm here for you.